Alright, so alright, so this episode we are with Jen and Loon, a couple of friends of ours who just designed their new house. So we're going to take a look at their house. So have Yanyi here with us, fellow architectural designers. So the interesting thing today is that Jen is part of the architectural industry, and so is Loon. So maybe take us through your house, like like just coming in, the main thing that you see,
I think we wanted people to, or ourselves, when we come in, right, to be greeted by a very open and expansive space. And we didn't want to do like a feature wall, because feature wall is it's very common, and I think we didn't really have a long enough or a strong enough wall that we could feature. So he had the idea of doing the timber ceiling, and I think it's really the first thing that people see when they come in. So we kept the entrance very a bit more simple, a bit more minimal, so that the timber ceiling is really what gets everyone's attention when they step into the house.
Yeah, and it sort of like leads it inwards, because it floods the rest of the space.
Exactly.
Yeah. So coming in, I noticed like this big island in the middle. What were you thinking when you're putting it there? I mean, not like questioning. what were you thinking?
I just want an island.
You lead in, and then I guess that's the first centerpiece that you see.
Yeah.
I mean, what was your ideas behind that?
Actually, I don't know. But
you just wanted
it's really that I just want an island.
we knew that we wanted an island, and we wanted it to create some contrast with the rest of the house, because as you see, we use a lot of timber, we use a lot of like stone, and natural, a bit more natural organic elements, right? So we wanted something that could create a bit more contrast, because otherwise things start to look a bit repetitive. Nothing really stands out.
Monotonous all the way.
And also it's kind of like control the circulation, because we don't want like people to let's say when we come home, then people don't know where to go. At least you have a island there, you can direct the traffic to left, right.
I never thought of
That's
that.
true.
So you that's like the first place you kind of stop at first. You can put your things there.
Correct. Most of our things are
there. Where your keys and all
that
that.
Everything ends up being there. And then I think it's nice because like when we have larger gatherings also, then everyone sort of stands there as opposed to sitting at this dining table. Because this dining table is a bit more limited, and the island is a bit closer to the fridge, to the kitchen, so there's a bit more like flexibility in terms of.
I think in fact we use our island more than our dining table.
Oh, that's nice.
But actually, the moment you said that, like, I really like the contrast between the island and the table, because the space itself, like your dining area,
it's a bit more intimate, right?
Yeah, it's more intimate, and it's like smaller, so it's more for like cozier, like family time and stuff.
And partly because our chair is shaky.
And why is the chair shaky? It's because of a one fixture board, is it? Like,
I think so.
Yeah,
right. Looks elegant, but
So
okay, looks nice.
Just don't sit on it.
Actually, like that. It's like a transitional, like we say from the kitchen, then here first, then here. So when you have bigger gatherings, of course, it's a nicer place to hang out than here. A lot more open. Then it's within view of the TV as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I noticed you guys have this wall up here that's between the dining and the TV, so it's a bit hard to see. But that looks like a lot more informal.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm like the carpentry. Can you like you designed it yourself, right?
Yeah.
So like what's up with it? I'm talking so sarcastically, but I'm really curious.
Why your question? What were you thinking? What's up with it?
It's not very often you get to sit down with the idea. Hey, what was your idea?
Yeah, actually I wanted something more like vibrant and loud, but I think to compromise Jen's approach, right? So we decided to go with like stainless steel finish top, and also like some black cabinet below. But I requested to be a little bit more different. That means like you can see some details. So because I think Jen's approach is always very simple, clean lines, but whereby I prefer something that is like the shapes is maybe
a bit more different.
Correct.
So playing with
more geometric.
Correct.
Style. I mean,
that's the first thing I noticed about the island.
Yeah.
Besides the stainless steel top.
When we first came in, when it was still in construction.
Some people are like, huh? It never
door.
closed properly. It's like, no, that's the design.
It looks a bit like that.
That's the beauty of it. Unnecessary detail. I mean that's what I usually like.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
So how much of the entire house is like like a combination of both your personalities, or like is it more skewed towards one of your?
Or do you all like split?
I think I would say in terms of material
80 is
palette
Jen,
is me.
80%. Mine is only island and the timber ceiling.
And the marble wall in the bedroom.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Must listen to your wife.
Look at the camera when you say that.
Must listen to your wife.
No, but I think the material wise, okay, I think it was mainly
Jen,
My
just say
selection.
it. Yeah, mainly you. Yeah.
yeah.
So you can see the marble is like along the way I insist to have, because I find it's too plain. It's not up to my liking. So I say maybe you can give me some marble, make me song a bit, when I enter the house,
No, but I think it turned out being quite nice. Like
Yeah.
he insisted, and initially I was a bit reluctant.
You're talking about
Yeah.
the niche, right? That
Yeah, some
So-
niche,
yeah.
also bed head.
Yeah,
Initially
yeah.
the bed head was just wallpaper.
Triggered.
Wallpaper is like
I mean,
taboo for IDs, right?
Yeah,
It's just
true.
wallpaper. I mean, just like, okay, it's nothing wrong with wallpaper.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just that I feel that it should have something that,
I think
stands out.
It's like a sort of a focal point
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe something for me to sleep in peace, like when I see marble,
Does it affect your sleeping?
Of course lah,
The marble got secured properly.
Wow, like that,
Exactly. Mechanical fixing.
Mechanical
Yeah.
fixing.
So I mean that I think that marble piece was a very last minute
Yeah, it was
addition.
quite a last minute edition.
Because we saw one slab in the.
Is it a book match?
Okay.
It's not.
We don't like book match.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't like.
But
book
but
match,
we
yeah.
we tried to maximize the slab. So we bought a slab
Yeah.
from Keystone, and then we tried to maximize it by using it for the entrance niche, the bed head of the master bedroom, and then the two side tables that you see.
Oh, the
So
two
they're
side
all
tables.
from one single slab. Yeah, we try to. I
Oh.
mean, since we already bought
Yeah,
the
I
entire
mean, then
slab.
there's a
Might as
consistency
well
as well.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's
So
more economical as well.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, we try to do that for the whole house. We have a palette, but we try to be a bit more consistent, so we don't overuse too many
Too many
colors,
different types of
too
wood,
many
too
types
many
of
different
exactly.
stones,
Because then it starts to get a bit messy and cluttered, which
Yeah.
personally I'm not really a fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of two though. Yeah,
okay.
I just need something. I just need something to sense out, to give a meaning.
I understand what you mean.
yeah,
You need a focal point, a hierarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
It's like you see the plain white walls, and suddenly you have a niche there
Yeah.
with a marble. And I mean, it's quite
Yeah.
nice
It-
lah.
it-
Yeah, it's coming together really well.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, then let's just move on to like further in your living room.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, combining it with your dining area, it's it's not like that fully open plan because you still have something in the
Yeah.
middle, which I think is nice because you still separate the two, but it's still kind of open.
But we didn't have a choice because it's
Yeah.
it's a
It's a-
column.
it's a column.
Yeah, but I think
If
we
we
tried.
have the choice,
Really,
it's gone.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
But
that
I
it's
think
here.
it's nice actually
Yeah.
to have something behind the sofa.
Yeah, like I feel very intimate now.
Yeah,
very-
like what
very
Yanyi said. I
cozy.
think that was a good point. Like I never really thought about it until she said it. But yeah, I think it
But
does.
if you realize that we give up the size of our common bedrooms with our future kids' room,
Yeah.
Never mind
Like
lah,
too bad.
who cares,
It's
right?
okay.
They'll learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we give up the size, so we actually push in the wall.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, this
Oh,
wall.
this
here,
wall.
So
right?
this wall is
Yeah.
actually a column also.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
we hack this
Oh,
wall,
so
after we
cute.
push in,
Mm.
then we put the cabinets in.
Mm.
If not, the
Yeah.
cabinets will
So
be
that the space comes to this
correct.
side.
If not,
Yeah.
the cabinets line will be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the wall behind Shawn and Yanyi is actually the column. So we try to make it look less intentional by creating this niche.
The shelves.
Yeah, the
The
feature
shelf.
shelf. So that at least it looks more curated. It doesn't look like bam, just one wall there and then
Yep.
Yep.
there's nothing there.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that was the idea lah. We try to treat using carpentry or like details that would make a difference to the space.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your TV console it doubles up as a seating as well,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Mm.
That was the
Because
idea.
like when I first visited their place, I was like, hey, can see or not? Can see or not?
Is this
Like,
safe?
hey, safe or not? What's the weight limit?
We should put it there like a lift.
Yeah.
But there's storage in there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which makes it like a 2-in-1 lah.
Yeah.
TV console plus
Correct.
seating
Yeah.
plus storage.
Yeah.
Not 2-in-1, just 3-in-1. Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually it's not even a TV console because the TV doesn't sit on it.
I mean, it's the
What counts
console.
as a console?
It's
Your-
for the
your
TV box, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
TV
Yeah,
box.
your speakers
box,
sits on
yeah.
it and all that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Speakers here on the floor, by the way.
Yeah, we don't actually sit on the sofa. We just sit on the floor.
Wait, but is the top of that stone as well?
Yeah, some is stone. So
Stone or concrete?
Limestone.
it's limestone. It's called azul grigio. So we used it both at the console, and then add this feature shelf behind me as well.
Yeah.
And then we were meant to use it in our master bedroom, but
I think there was some mistake.
there
Yeah.
was actually
okay.
Yeah.
So if you realize the bay window next to the master vanity is a blue marble, that was actually meant to be this limestone too, but
Mm.
there was a mix up.
I did actually realize like that marble stood out.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
the only one of its
Yeah.
kind.
That was the
Right.
one that you had some mix up with the supplier, right?
Yeah.
And
So
they
they
sent
sent
you.
that, and then they're like, "Oh shoot! Like, do you want your azuguja?" Then we said, "Okay, no lah. It's actually quite nice. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's unique.
yeah.
to that
It's nice, but after you told me the whole thing about utilizing all
Yeah.
now suddenly it stands
like,
out
oh
to
shoot!
me.
It stands
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, now suddenly it stands
Yeah.
out.
Correct.
But that's where cat sleeps, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Tauta's bed.
The cat's name is Chauta, by the way.
Chauta.
For context.
Part of the living room actually is where the balcony used to be. So I think for us, we didn't really see the need to have an indoor balcony because we figured that we won't really use the space much, and we rather give the space back to the living room. And also because outside our main gate, we do have like quite a generous area before you get to the lift. So we thought that could then be our like indoor-outdoor space. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Since we have the luxury of utilizing it.
The square footage outside your square
Yeah, so it's actually we're not 145 square meters. We're
More than that.
footage. More than that, including common space.
yeah. Yeah. I think that's also another reason for that is so that we could do a two-way circulation
Or into
from the
this
living
area.
into this area rather
Yeah.
than just coming
Oh,
in
wow.
from
So
one
the
side.
guests can go.
That makes a
Yeah.
lot of difference actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's actually quite tight.
Yeah.
If that part was sealed off, this would be very a
Right.
bit too intimate already,
Yeah,
like
it's like-
trapped.
Yeah.
Cannot get out already.
Yeah, so I think that was the other consideration that we had to when we were extending. Because I think some people were like, you should just keep the balcony. You might need it next
Yeah.
time. But I
I
think
mean, I heard a lot. You might need it next time. You
Yeah,
know,
A lot of
you-
things you might need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
correct.
feel
So-
Singapore a bit too hot for balcony.
exactly.
And
I
also,
think it
Sorry,
depends.
I
lah.
know
Depends lah.
balcony.
Yeah,
Oh.
it really depends on your
depends lah,
lifestyle.
depends lah,
Like for
depends
Yanyi,
lah.
she has a lot of plants. She likes to. She
I would
doesn't.
definitely need a
Yeah.
balcony.
Yeah, but not for us. Not for us.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like we also give up a lot of like bedroom space because I don't think
Not our
we
bedroom though.
not our bedroom.
Somebody else's bedroom.
Exactly. Yeah, our future kids' bedroom.
No say in it yet.
Yeah, so I mean, so something that you have to give up lah. And I think those are the things that we are willing to give up. Maybe just
Yeah.
keep one room, then let 3-4 kids stay in the room first.
Wow.
Okay.
3 to 4. Okay.
Eventually they
Used to
have
be.
to move out, right? So we have to sign a contract with them. So by 18, Papa Mama need the room back. Please get out.
The wall gonna get knocked down again.
Correct. Yeah, I mean that was the initial idea. I mean for like
They can sleep outside your
Yeah,
common
yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah,
Al fresco.
Al fresco.
Al fresco
Fresco
sleeping.
I mean, in the dining room, we also have quite a few different features. I would call it features, Your
Features,
special lamp,
Yeah.
not
That's why-
lamp. The pendant.
And also some
lantern.
unnecessary details.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about the unnecessary details.
That's
Oh
like-
yeah,
The
this is
astronaut,
one thing that I really
Which one?
want to know. Like,
Yeah.
what is your cheapest decoration that you
Oh yeah, because you got a lot of stuff in this display
Oh.
area.
And there are some of them you can tell it's
You
not
cannot ask
cheap.
what is the cheapest.
I think.
Cheapest might be a paper clip there.
Oh,
We
okay,
must ask
okay,
what's
no,
the most
like,
expensive.
but like,
Nah,
they're
but it's a
like-
sensitive topic.
We don't need to know how much. You just need to know which one is the most expensive.
Is it the fabric? Is it the
No, I-
cost or the
No,
chair?
I think it's your chair.
It's the tiny.
Huh?
It's the tiny
yeah,
yellow chair.
that's the what chair is it?
It's a miniature version of the Potrona floor
Yeah,
chair.
we cannot afford the.
We
big
can't
one.
afford the real one, so I said I buy him this first. Then in a few years, when I make more money, then I'll buy you the actual scale.
waiting.
I said a few years.
A few years.
A few years, a few years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this shelf was like it was something that we thought that we would need because both of us like collecting like random stuff. Like for him, he prefers more like streetwear related items. Like collectible toys.
Yup.
For me, I like random ceramic stuff or like.
By the way, the toys need her approval to put here.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. Please
Not
submit in
everything.
advance.
This is 7 working days approval.
Again, happy wife, happy life.
At least you get to put. At least you get to
At
put.
least I can put 3.
Yeah.
Only 3. You see?
No,
Oh, isn't that Elmo yours? Also?
yeah.
4 then.
No, and then your lamp,
Lantern.
and then your teapot, and then your burger lamp.
So I noticed like there are a few other small items in your house. Like, I mean, these are like I would say like small little moments here and there, that kind of thing of your own personality lah. But like, what's your favorite, you know, in the whole house?
Sorry, I just realized something. I found a leaf roller.
I told you it was here. No! I told you it was here. You were trying to play with it with Chowta just now.
You find the whole day, man.
Okay.
That sounded like
I cannot do this.
Shawn, you need to restart.
I need to restart this. Okay, calm yourself
Favorite
down.
item is the leaf roller.
Oh, for a second I really thought like, why is she talking about the lint roller? But I mean, what's your favorite, or what's like, you know, your most special item?
I think for Loon's is his
My
burger
burger
lamb.
lamb.
Because he took
Burger.
a long time to find this lamb.
Oh,
Yeah, and actually
Until
we
recently only they re-released.
re-release. So actually,
Yeah.
I think he's been wanting it for a while, but we missed a few opportunities to get it.
Yeah.
what's so special about this burger lamb?
Because we went to Japan, so we saw it there. Sitting right there, retail price.
Then
Then
he's
never
like,
buy.
You never buy. Then like, I don't want lah. Then come home and regret. Yeah. Cannot stay for a few weeks.
This burger lamb.
yeah.
Then after
Do you
that-
want to? You can
Yeah,
You want to
then
touch? I really scared to
no
touch.
lah, no lah.
Is it like
it's not
plugged up?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
no, it's plastic.
it's plastic,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
so second time we went to see
We
some
went to check out
furniture
some
shop.
furniture, yeah.
Then saw them selling there.
Oh, okay.
Like so random.
Like it's
Wait,
you
so
wouldn't
this is
have expected it.
a special brand or?
yeah,
It's a
like
streetwear brand.
streetwear brand lah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Just like a collab. So
Yeah,
saw them selling there. So okay lah.
it's a sign.
It's a sign.
It's
Must
like,
buy
but
lah.
you least expect it.
I have to get it.
Yeah,
yeah. Then the next 2 weeks they release again.
Really?
Then you don't feel special. huh?
I don't feel
Not
special
special
anymore.
at
That's why
all.
I put it there. No battery also don't want change already.
Oh no!
Okay, we're gonna put in some batteries to show
Yeah.
the people watching
Sure,
this.
sure.
Then
Yeah.
Jen, what about you? Like, what's your
What about me?
or your special corner?
My special corner. I quite like the little corner that we've curated at the TV console actually.
Or the one with the
With
mobile?
the mobile,
art.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the artwork. So I think initially it just started off as a light, but then we realized actually that corner has a lot of potential. And he did, I mean, to be fair to him, he did say that we should do something there before, but I was like, no need lah, no need to put anything there, nobody's going to see. But actually that corner turned out to be quite nice. I think even the opposite side of the TV console,
Yep.
like there's also another opportunity
Another
there.
corner there.
So Jen's
Yeah.
favorite thing is to always say, no need lah, 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 like that. Then come already, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
She's the less is more
Yeah.
until proven wrong.
Until proven wrong, yeah. That's like, actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
But actually, that
Yeah.
one acts more. I mean, I didn't think of that as a corner because when I coming out from your bedroom,
Yeah.
it centers that
Yeah,
whole out,
yeah.
so it
Exactly.
looks really good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
actually that was his point before, but I was like, no need lah. Like, why do you need something
It's
there?
centered that
Yeah.
vision here and also the vision to the master bedroom is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
important.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually really nice. Like
Yeah.
when I got the shot, I was like, whoa, this is really
Yeah.
well thought out.
Finding something.
Okay, but these are more curated along
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
rather than the ID stuff. But okay, I would say it's part of ID as well.
Yeah.
lah.
I think another corner that we really like is the dead space behind our master bedroom.
Oh, okay.
I think that was unintentional to begin with because there are 2 columns there. When we merged the room, we couldn't get rid of the structure, obviously. So we ended up with a little bit of a dead space at the end. And then so Loon actually had the idea to, like over the years, maybe we can like start to collect some art because we both interested. We can't afford it at the moment, but we're interested
Yeah.
in collecting art. And so we were like thinking, why don't we turn this into like a gallery space, in the future? So right now, actually, we have 3 paintings there. 2 of them are actually done by Loon and his boss.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the
I forced him actually.
yeah,
Oh.
it was coerced.
I finished with the last.
He just did the ending,
Just
the
do it, yeah.
one drop. the hard work
My
is not done by
contribution
him.
is
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. And then the red one in the center, the first one that you see, is actually done by a uni friend.
Yeah, our friend
Owo,
Olivia.
yeah, our friend.
Oh, that's
Oliver.
Owo.
Yeah, that's done by Owo.
Oh wow. Hi,
Oh, like-
Owo.
Almost ship it to her.
Yeah,
Oh
Owo
my
shipped it
gosh.
over,
Oh,
yeah,
an
yeah.
original Owo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's next time when she becomes famous, I can sell it.
Yeah.
Sell it.
It's a centerpiece.
If you are listening to this, don't send any more for Jen.
Waiting.
Waiting.
Waiting for her to
Faster,
become
ah.
famous. Yeah. So she actually did this. I think it's a lino block is a lino print.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then she thought it would be nice as a present for us. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just a corner for us to collect our, maybe you can say, memories and,
Yep.
and things. And
Actually, that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, it's not like when I first saw it, I really thought it was just dead space. Like,
Dead
don't know
space.
what to do with it.
Yeah.
But I guess if it's like, you know, your private sort of art collection, that would be pretty cool as well.
And I think it's also like, since I mean we are fortunate that we have the luxury of space in this apartment, so not every single corner or space needs to have like an actual function.
correct.
So I think for us it's like, why not, like it's just purely aesthetic or
Yeah.
just like
Just leave it.
a point of interest.
Sometimes just leave it
Yeah.
blank. I think it's okay.
Mm.
Don't need
Yeah.
to purposely
Don't force
go
it
and
lah.
don't force it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't force
Not
it.
every area
Yeah.
needs to have a use.
Correct.
Actually, I find it
Yeah.
very interesting about how, like, earlier you're talking about how people are telling you what you need.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're created a space that you know that you will need in the future.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's quite, like, interesting. It's something that
Yeah.
is really very unique.
Mm.
I think a lot of people don't have that opportunity to do that as well. So
Yeah, I mean, since we are already talking about that little space there, I mean, share with us your master bedroom. That's the place you're going to spend your rest and you know, your preparation for your daily stuff. So
Yeah.
like, tell us about like what came into your mind when you wanted when you thought about the space, because you talk about the bay windows that are there, which is very unique, and of course you kept it to yourself lah,
Yeah.
from that side, right?
Yeah, of course. I think we didn't really like the original layout of the master bedroom because it's
It's a
with the
combination of two rooms actually.
no, I mean we didn't like the original layout.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah,
correct.
because it's with the columns and the bay windows, it's actually a little bit awkward. So we decided to sacrifice one bedroom and then combine the two bedrooms together to create a very large space. And where the bed actually is at the moment is actually the common bedroom. So we moved the bed over to the other
okay.
side.
oh, that's why the toilet's on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was supposed to be adjoining to that.
Yeah, so
The
actually the
toilet.
master bedroom is where the master toilet is.
Okay.
But we switched the sleeping area to the other side because the view is nicer and you get morning sun, which I think is a lot nicer than afternoon sun. And of course, because we wanted a bit more flexibility with playing with the bathroom layout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now that part is a whole walk-in wardrobe kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's the
lah.
walk-in
Your whole
wardrobe.
vanity area.
Yeah. And
Which
then
is huge, by the way. So huge.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
fit a bed in there.
yeah, actually
Yeah.
you can.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think also one idea that we had considering our lifestyle and the way we like to throw our shit like when we get home. We're not like very tidy
Yeah.
people. So I think Jia Lun really was inspired by the idea of like hotel rooms and like open closets. So when you actually enter our bedroom, there's that open wardrobe space that we hang clothes that we might want to use again or like
The
Oh, okay,
dirty but not
Yeah.
clean
Ah,
enough.
yeah.
I have a lot. I have a
So
lot.
y'all don't have a chair. Y'all actually
we have
built
as
our
designated
life.
space.
Yeah. Wait, wow, that's the dream. A designated space for that.
Like,
Dirty but not clean.
like the pants you don't wash every day, right?
Yeah,
You need to
yeah.
But you don't want to put it in your clean clothes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hang
Yeah.
it there. So our backpacks, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
we just
good,
put it
that's
there.
good. Yeah.
So our wallets also we put it there.
Yeah. Oh,
But at the
So
same
his
time, we
secret
don't want
stash of money is
quick
there.
access.
yeah. No, I don't think so. It's too obvious.
it's too obvious. It's too obvious. Yeah. So I think because we also didn't really want like a cabinet. So I think we had the idea like just use the door as a double function. So
Yeah.
use it for
The two huge doors.
yeah.
Yeah.
So one function as a door to the walk-in wardrobe. At the same time, you can act as a door to cover it. Like when
Yeah.
got
When
guests like
guests-
y'all come, right? Then
Yeah.
we cover it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because the door doesn't need to be closed for the walk-in wardrobe,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So you can close the other part where
Exactly.
your dirty, not dirty
Correct.
Yeah,
fancies are.
exactly.
Yeah, that's actually a really clever idea.
Yeah.
Like then, especially you don't double up on the doors as well.
Yeah.
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 So,
So-
this door actually quite huge. That's why we have to measure the length of how much space that you want to cover, then versus the
Oh yeah, we have to make sure that the
Walkway.
length is enough to cover
Correct.
both the walkway and
Yeah,
the
correct.
closet
Oh.
space.
Okay.
yeah.
So if you realize when it's fully shut, right, it doesn't cover the entire thing. The
Yeah.
the open shelf at the
The
left,
seat is still open.
Yeah,
lah.
it's still
Correct.
open, but I think that's intentional because we realize we can't cover everything up.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
it
not
also
stupid.
looks nice. Like I mean, it
Yeah.
acts as quite a light at that area there.
Yeah.
Actually, I never yeah, now that you tell me about this whole dirty not dirty pants thing, it makes so much sense, and I want to do it as well. Because the back of your door can only hang so many things, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's like, oh,
Then you have to eventually start washing.
yeah. So
Exactly.
it's quite environmental, your design. Yeah. Wash less pants. But I remember something very interesting about your place this year is that the 2 toilets.
Oh.
One was designed by Jen, one was designed by you.
Yeah.
So you both had got your own personal ones, and then
Yeah.
it's a sort of mini
It was like a
competition.
competition.
Okay, so since we are in the master bedroom,
Yeah.
Jen's one is conveniently there.
So I think for me, I wanted a big vanity. Sorry, my tears are very painful. Okay, for me, I wanted a very big vanity, and we wanted to do something different. You know, we didn't want to be limited by the constraints of like the bathroom, the bathroom size itself. So when we were thinking about, and then we thought about that in conjunction with, you know, where we're going to hang our dirty clothes, that kind of thing. So after playing around with the layout a little bit, we came up with the idea of moving the vanity out to face the wardrobe.
Yeah.
So that when you get dressed, then you can like
It
see
doubles
yourself.
up.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doubles
The
up.
mirror is more useful.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, we create a vanity that it has a point of interest in that room. Because I think otherwise the room actually will look quite plain
It's
if
just
you
all
didn't have
doors
that.
and
Yeah, it's just
shelves.
all doors, all timber, right? So we went with a very contrasting color using a black timber laminate and then with a feature marble top. So I think it adds a bit more interest and a contrast to the room lah.
Yeah, it's sort of a feature there itself.
Yeah.
And I like that, you know, when you look in the mirror, you take those selfies, like kind of thing. The back is the
Yeah,
nice
the back
wood
is a
wardrobe.
backdrop
Yeah,
actually.
it's
yeah.
so nice. Like,
yeah.
wow.
And I think
There's OOTD in mind. Wow, this
but
one,
it's not
Yeah.
full,
it's not full high, but
That's
it's
the
still,
one thing that's missing.
Yeah.
it was there.
Yeah, and I think what Jialun really put in effort with was to make sure that the mirror comes in one piece. Because if you
yeah,
realize
so
the
you
mirror
won't
is
have
quite
any-
big, yeah.
How big is it? Do you remember?
Can't remember.
I
2
think
meter.
3, is it
3 meter
two
plus,
or
I
three?
think 3 meter
Is it
plus.
really
yeah.
not 2 meter?
Wow.
Less than 3 lah. Maybe no, maybe
Can
less
fit
than
into
3.
the lift.
I think they carry up to because we
Sixth
stay
floor.
not very high.
Hoist
Yeah,
up,
so
hoist
they
up.
carry- yeah.
Yeah, it's not very high. It's not
Yeah,
very high. Yeah.
But we were like, I was ready to be like, okay lah, 2 piece lah. I mean, it is what it is,
Yeah,
right?
One Piece looks
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
Oh
like-
gosh.
I think they carry up because I remember they carry up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think
Stay any higher cannot already.
Luckily we never buy higher unit then.
Wow.
几楼啊？6楼啊 OK。
Every level add money already.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then I think for me I'm quite simple. Like I mean my style is quite simple, quite minimal. So the rest of the bathroom I think we kept it very simple. But one thing we did was we tried to also use similar tiles in the bathroom so that there's some continuity there. So if you look at Jialun's bathroom, right, he is using the same series of tiles, but his is of a different color, and that series comes in different textures. I don't know what's
okay.
texture or pattern.
Pattern. Yeah. I remember she said she regretted it.
Hey,
Ouch.
So I guess you
exposing
won.
me again.
Wait. Before we go on to his one, talk about the nipple lights.
Nipple light.
You called it the nipple light.
Me?
I call
Oh, you called it the nipple light. I thought somebody called it a nipple light. Okay.
me.
So the nipple lights are.
Okay.
Now I lost my train of thought. What is the nipple light?
The nipple.
It's just for ambience actually.
Yeah, it's a more ambient
Yeah.
lighting, and I'm not a fan of cove lighting.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, why not you try this like spot, almost like a spotlight kind of thing.
In there, wow, okay, not
It's
bad.
actually really nice.
I think it's quite
Exposing me. Yeah, and then I think
And it suits your style as well. Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
small.
Yeah, like-
and
Very
it's
small.
yeah.
Right.
Like her so small, that's so short. You mean?
No, I meant her style is like
what else does it
simple.
say?
no, and then I think the other thing was that because of I can't remember why, I think it was the piping in the wall, is it? We couldn't have a niche. I can't recall why. I remember there was a reason. Is it a niche? Sorry,
Oh,
is it
you
a
mean
pipe?
for your bathroom? That
Yeah,
one?
yeah, the
I
shower
think-
area.
Oh, I think because I think it was by mistake.
I think
It
there was a mistake.
mistake. Yeah, it was a mistake.
So you're talking about the niche to put like shampoo and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why we
there-
realized that her bathroom got no niche as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why
Initially
I.
wanted a
That's
niche.
why you have the
I
stone.
said I have a I
Yeah.
have a plain instead. It does take up a little bit of space, but
Yeah.
I think it's nice because you can sit there sometimes. You're not very tired, then you want to shower.
So Jen. Sit down and shower. Then fall asleep there.
because we understand because of course they offer as in
They
our
try to-
towelers try to
yeah.
rectify, but I think we are that kind of person that we just like maybe
We close one eye. We
We-
try to be flexible.
yeah,
lah.
right. So we work with what we
Yeah.
have lah.
Because
So,
we
yeah.
are in the industry.
You know what they go through to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct,
so
correct.
If it's an honest mistake, then see what the
correct.
client
Yeah.
side, which is you guys can take
Correct.
and
Can
give and take lah.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah.
So-
Actually got a lot also lah, but I think we just give and take.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very
Yeah.
healthy.
Correct.
Yeah. So, and I think for us it's also interesting. We tried something new.
Mm.
I mean, every other person has a niche
Yep.
in their
Yeah.
in their bathroom.
Like nobody
right?
has a plinth.
Yeah, nobody has a
Nobody has a
stone.
plinth.
plinth.
Nobody has a stone.
Is that fixed? That stone clean fixed?
No,
on
it's
the spot?
not.
No.
Oh,
it's not.
I think he said better not in case you want to move it next time.
I did not know that it's not fixed. I thought it was fixed, and it's like very tight space.
yeah. It's quite tight already, right? Yeah, that's why he said better not,
Yeah.
just in case you want to move it next time.
But it's so
Yeah.
heavy.
It's very
it's quite
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, very heavy.
Yeah, so that's my bathroom.
Nice.
Yeah. Then
How about yours?
my bathroom is major in green color. You can see it's different, right? Yeah,
Very different.
very different, right?
It's the only green thing, right?
Celtics
yeah,
fan.
Celtics fan.
Oh, is that why?
No lah, actually. okay, that's partly.
Yeah, later
that's
change
partly,
team, then must change
Yeah.
style.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I'm quite. I think we saw the biscuit tiles first.
Yeah, the biscuit tiles are the small
The small
feature
pieces
tiles.
one, yeah.
The one that's
one
in the
in the
shower,
shower?
right?
Yes,
Ah,
in
okay,
both
okay.
our
Those
shower.
are called
Yeah.
biscuit tiles. We saw that first. So I think I chose green. So I used the rest to like complement it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
Yeah.
think we use like some
Terratina or something.
terratine. I think can't remember the
Can't
name.
remember.
Actually, I
Yeah.
can't remember the name. So actually, I think I like something vibrant, like what I mentioned. So I think contrast, the colors. I think is something that I like, but it's not too colorful. Although I like those vibrant things, but I won't really use
Got
it.
limit
Yeah.
There's a limit to it. There's a limit to it. Yeah, like I like yellow and I like things like. But
I was just going to say yellow tiles.
Ew, no.
I mean,
Mustard
yeah,
yellow.
it cannot
Become Pompidou.
overuse. lah.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, just at some point, at some touch, I think is
Yeah,
good enough.
it's
lah.
nice.
But it's just at the toilet, I think just go all out. lah.
See, it's the only place he's allowed to go out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Shawn, in your
Yeah.
opinion, who do you think won?
Wow. Okay, wait. But before that, he didn't have a
The
mirror.
one who
He didn't have a mirror for a while until this amoeba mirror came.
Yeah.
Amoeba.
Is it what?
Oh, the mirror was some job site and mistake that I bring back.
Wow. Okay.
Not money,
Wow.
ran out of money. Free
This is
stuff.
this is the benefit.
That's why you see I put
of
on there. And I mean, it fits. Right? It kind of match with the tiles
Yeah,
pattern.
But it's
yeah,
very
it's actually-
interesting. I really like
Yeah,
that
like-
mirror.
Actually, I really thought you all customed it. 'Cause
Oh, no,
that's,
no,
that's
it-
why I thought it took so long to come.
Oh, no, lah, it was a
we wanted to
mistake.
buy another one.
Yeah.
Oh.
it was a
Then I
mistake.
think he
That
got
was the only thing I see. I never asked her permission. I bring home again. Yeah.
because it's your toilet anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
But I think it fits the whole
It-
thing really
yeah.
well. Like it,
Yeah. So I think most of the sanitary wares, I think we went for the black fittings. That's something that we really like. Yeah. And then
For your bathroom also, you did the smaller. You had a very small vanity.
correct. That's why we custom made the integrated sink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then because I find it very hard to find that small size with that depth and the width.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Actually,
so,
your sink is really deep.
yeah, I like something like those
Yeah.
are very deep. Yeah, but that's why I couldn't find it. So I think we just decided to go for like some integrated
custom.
sink,
Yeah.
custom
Yeah.
made. Yeah. So I mean, it fits the space better. I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
I honestly prefer Jelun's one.
Yeah.
I really need
It's okay.
it.
I always
Sorry,
get that. I
I'm
always
so
get that.
sorry.
It's okay, guys.
It's okay. I always get that. It's okay.
It's okay.
I feel like Jelun's one has a lot more character to it.
Personality.
Or maybe you know Jen too long already. then,
Yeah, maybe. Sorry,
it's so
Jen.
Jen.
Ay,
A plinth in the
so
shower.
predictable. I'm
So
predictable.
Yeah, it's quite a Jen thing to do.
It's not so zen, It's so Jen.
Jen.
It's so Jen.
Yeah, Jen.
It's
Yeah.
okay. No, I do regret my bathroom a little.
Oh,
actually.
see? It's got a gong there. No, because I did some 3D for
Then I
the
kept saying no, I said,
Visualization.
no,
I don't
no,
want lah.
no,
It's too much. It's too much. Yeah. Then after build it, what do you think?
He knew I was having second
Jialat,
thoughts
jialat.
already.
The moment she asked me, what do you think?
Less is
Think,
more. I
yeah.
think proven wrong. Really.
Because I think for her approach, less is more is okay. I feel for like those maybe big houses, I think it's quite cool lah. For maybe for HDB maybe
Yeah. I
That's
think-
what we realized.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's what we
say.
realized. Like
So yeah, you go
you
first.
go.
Oh
you
no,
go,
I was gonna say I think one thing he brought up which I thought was a very good point. Like I mean when we were looking back is because I'm still working at an architecture firm, whereas Jialun was architecturally trained, but he's since moved on to ID. So his approach is very different from mine. I think as architects, we always think about how we change the space rather than the superficial finishes or like how
Yeah, that's true.
we treat a space that has already been
An existing.
an existing space that you have constraints. But for architects, I think we're so used to manipulating the space itself that you don't realize that
The little details.
There's
Yeah.
potential in like struggling, is it?
not so much struggling with it, but you don't realize that sometimes a very simple approach might not work for a space that is already fixed
Okay.
because the space itself kind of complements a minimal approach perhaps. But whereas in this case, because the space is already small and as it is, right? So you really have to play with the interior finishings and the interior approach to make it a bit more wow or a bit more outstanding lah, which is
Yeah.
clearly more successful when he did his bathroom as compared to mine.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
I
think
mean.
that's the difference.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think like what Jen mentioned also is different approach because I also I've been there lah, the
Yeah.
architectural way. So I
Yeah.
think for ID wise, I think I think you cannot apply the same approach to every houses, like especially like because the space are so constrained. So if you leave it everything minimal, it can either go like very good or in a very bad way depending on how you use the materials. So I think we tend to use more details, like some vibrant thing.
I think that's also very fun. Like as architects, you can
Yeah.
play with some details as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like put it here and there in your house.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but like even detail in like I like how you all done all your carpentry in your house because like I feel that's very unique to you guys as well, and it's like really tiny that you don't really see. Like if you get normal contractors, they come into your house and your detailing is kind of standard.
Yeah.
But
Finger
for
pull
yours,
here and there.
yeah.
Tic
So-
tac door.
like even
Oh, yeah.
down to like your carpentry, your
Yeah.
shelves behind, like it's
Yeah.
not just a shelf.
Yeah.
There are things that
Yeah.
that
Like this shelf
goes
is like
onto-
2 layers, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
there's
yeah,
that
yeah.
recess part.
and then you really did that light down there really nicely as well. So it's like even a simple thing like that, like
Yeah.
it's because you guys have the knowledge to be able to do that as well.
Yes.
Make the whole space much better as
Yeah.
well.
I actually kind of get what he likes to do, the unnecessary details. I would do that also, like every freaking
Since you have the
corner.
chance, right?
Yeah, every freaking corner, I'll go and do some kind of design to it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, hey, this one cannot find anywhere else. Only my house got.
Yeah, exactly.
So the
It's so unique.
architectural detail is like very. I mean, architect got a lot of nice. They're not saying anything. It's just that for carpentry wise, I think I tend to play a little bit more details. I like a little bit more depth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for general details, it's mainly like gents details, like groove line, ceiling groove line. All those are quite standard.
Yeah.
For carpentry details, I think I like to explore. Yeah, I usually like to explore more.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
actually a really good combination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so sometimes he will be like too far in really. Then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
calm down.
Then yours is not enough.
This one we should go. Come,
Yeah.
come back. Okay.
It's
Sometimes
like
like
finding
that.
the middle ground.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
she will pull.
Alright, so just to wrap this whole thing up, I mean, we've gone through your whole house. What's your biggest takeaway from this whole project? Because I'll call this a project because we work in the architectural
Yeah,
industry. Then this is the sort of the first house that you're owning. I'm hoping, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but I mean, through this whole journey as two designers, starting out their lives and getting on this whole house, what's your biggest takeaway or like your biggest memory from this?
Biggest takeaway, I think biggest takeaway was
Biggest
that.
regret is the.
Biggest takeaway or biggest regret?
Either one.
Yeah,
Either one.
I mean,
Okay, you talk about biggest regret first.
Okay, regret is the skirting.
What's up with the skirting?
You realize that our
We
house
don't have
got
no
skirting, right? Because like in architectural ways, we always do like shadow gaps.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't
where's
like
all
to
the
see
shadow gap?
skirting, yeah.
You
shadow gap will
so,
take up
so
space,
you, yeah,
right?
you can't do
Yeah.
that.
You can't do that, yeah. But
For
we
HDB.
forced it.
We
No,
we tried.
We tried lah. So I thought that maybe we always say that we can this kind of wall can we can accept it. But actually when it comes to maintenance, it's quite difficult.
I see.
Yeah, when you want to mop the floor, the mop always hit
Touch the wall.
Yeah.
so
And then you can see like sometimes when they haven't done the termination well,
yeah.
like the painting and
Yup.
the
It leaks out lah.
Yeah, it leaks out.
But I think those things that we can accept, it's not saying that we cannot live
It's not
with
the
it.
end of the world.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's just that if something that can be improved, I think we might install
That would be the one,
skirting. It's just for maintenance issue lah. It's
Mm.
not really for aesthetic. Yeah, I think we.
I think this is one of the things that you don't really know until you
Yeah.
mop a floor.
correct, because until we mop the floor.
Yeah, it's like when you live in it, then you realize, oh crap,
Yeah.
it's like you didn't notice it before, right? But now it's
Correct.
just like in your
Yeah.
face.
So
Yeah.
and also I think actually just sharing like for painting as well, for painting for the house. I think a lot of people will. I mean, for my personal preference, I think a lot of people will use like those what is it called? Odorless sealer. So I think you see our house, right? The paint drop off quite easy. And
Yeah.
So because we use the odorless sealer.
Oh.
So actually, I think is sometimes when you go back to a traditional way, just use a normal sealer, it might works better. So I mean that's one of the regret
know
that
that.
we do also lah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, paint,
Yeah.
our paint chips off quite easily.
Yeah, quite easily. I think
Like,
that,
Like if you don't have to do anything, it just falls off.
Yeah.
It just,
but we also can live with it. It's just drop off, fall,
okay
then we
lah.
paint
Okay lah,
again.
lessons learned lah.
it's just because you were coming, then we like, okay,
then
maybe
we-
Touch up.
Yeah,
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 like paint on, like initially there was a few holes here. Then we okay,
So-
party,
Yeah,
party.
yeah,
Hidden next to the bucket of cash.
it's inside. The cash is inside.
So we have a bag of partition. I mean the
Party
Party.
wall party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one party and.
I think the good thing about Loon being in the industry is like small things we can fix ourselves. Like little touch-ups that
Yeah.
that
Sometimes we force our friends to paint.
yeah.
for
So he actually forced his friend to paint for him because apparently his friend is very good at painting.
Nice.
So the friend came and then he didn't even do anything. The friend is the one.
Oh my god! Because because we wanted to help. Then he's taller than us. Then we cannot reach the ceiling. So he said, "It's okay. You stand aside." Then the moment he start, right, he cannot stop. He said, "Okay."
Oh my god.
Then finish one ball. He said, "Anywhere else?" Then we like, "Okay, move
wow.
on." Yeah,
This guy
sure.
deserves an
Brandon,
award.
yeah.
But I mean, like, what else? Like, I mean,
Like, personally,
you all were talking
do you
about
all
like, personally, like working together
Yeah.
to do this house, compromise, and then
I think we did have quite a few arguments.
Not the
Yeah.
heated kind,
Yeah.
just like
Like it was not heated, but more like
Clashing
how
of
do we want to
ideas.
resolve
trying to
this?
convince her my way. Then
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to convince me her way,
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
And
Yeah,
to a
I-
point that
That's
it's
true.
okay, you do your things, I do my things.
Uh-huh.
Then we try to
I
combine
think you all had a
together.
compromise lah.
Yeah, then we try to
Yeah.
combine together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of details he actually compromised because I really don't like too much stuff going on, but I think he was like quite insistent on some things like, hey, if we don't do this, the house will look very boring, the
Yeah.
house will look very plain. And okay, I mean
Mm.
it won't kill me as long as it doesn't rack up the cost.
Yeah.
Then why not just try it, right? So I think a lot of things that he insisted on actually turned out to be very nice, and I think it really accentuates the house, like brings the house to life. Yeah. So I think that was that. But I think for me personally, I wouldn't want to have so much carpentry. I mean half of why we have so much is really because
Me.
he likes designing it, and
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
wants to bring it to
Yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think personally for me, I would prefer to
She
have a
likes
little bit
loose-
more loose
loose
furniture.
furniture,
All
Yeah.
loose furniture.
That's something that
Mm.
she compromised.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
This time round, she compromised.
Yeah. So the
So-
only loose furniture is this dining table so far.
And her bathroom.
I don't
Am
know,
I about
built-in
to
dining
clean?
table.
No lah, I think like I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but maybe like those modular furniture, like
Yeah.
modular shelving, or like
Oh, okay.
I kind of wanted an armchair for the master bedroom, but we decided to do a built-in bay window seat.
Yep.
In the end, that kind
Because
of
I
thing.
feel it's like save more space, you know.
Yeah.
Fully utilized lah, I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
I mean, you sacrifice on the flexibility lah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah. Correct.
optimize on the space
Correct.
And the
yeah.
storage.
Yeah,
and the
storage, yeah.
I got another follow-up question. So like, as two designers, would y'all did this whole project together? Would y'all work again together?
It's not shit, eh?
We don't have a choice. I think it's okay lah. I think
okay.
after that, because we never worked together at work before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we
Never.
used to be in the same company, right? So we never actually worked together before. So that was literally our first time working together. Yeah, so I think now that we kind of got the hang of it, we know what each other's strengths
Yeah.
are.
Mm.
We he know he's better at doing layouts, and like he's better at starting the base, and then from there I'll
Build upon it.
refine
Yeah.
it, or like I'll reduce it.
She's good at commenting.
Yeah, I'm good at commenting. I don't want to do the work, but I just want to make comments.
But it's true, you know, she comment already, then
No, because sometimes when you see
Yeah,
something
when you're
for
too
long,
close to
right?
it,
Yeah.
like, you
so
need
she'll
another.
give me like, oh, okay, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
So that's how we work. So he do all the hard work first,
Yeah.
obviously.
because must have a base to discuss.
Yeah.
So-
A true architect.
Comment.
Yeah.
Got something
Where's the
else to
chop? Where's the
try.
chop?
Approve.
Approve. Yeah.
Revise.
I mean, if you know Jen, you know, Jen like to take things slow. You know, when she build model, she very slow. Then just step aside.
You cannot take it. It's like,
I do.
yeah, do.
You just say can already. I do. Right?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Click, coffee.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah, coffee and then order something first. I'll take a nap first. Yeah. Just that's how it works.
Yeah,
That's
but I
how
think I think the whole place came together really well. Like,
Yeah.
like the first thing I noticed was like really it was a whole mix of two personalities inside that really gelled
quite
pretty
clear,
well.
right?
It's,
Yeah.
it's pretty clear like whose is whose. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
some things are not too clear like the astronaut whose idea lah. I think it's his
like
lah.
my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean like there's quite a good mixture of these
Balance.
two lah,
Yeah.
balance lah. Like not too much of
Yeah.
each side, you know.
Mm.
I agree with you like too much of Jen will be a bit too plain, too much
Yeah.
of you will be a bit too
Too
loud.
much,
but
yeah.
I think you guys complement each other quite
Yeah.
well in this.
I
in
think
this
it came
place.
together really, really
Yeah,
nicely.
and
It's
as the
good.
first one of our friends to have a whole place,
Ew.
like it's a good it's a good baseline lah, base starting
guess
point. Yeah,
It set the
Yeah.
standard.
yeah.
It's,
Oh my gosh.
it's like we can never do our house
We
right.
just need to settle the skirting candidate.
Then you win out.
Win already,
Win
win
already. Can your mop do this? win out.
That's true.
Okay, yeah.
I think another thing that people brought up to us but we ignored was like a lot of people want us not to get furniture first. Because we're very kiasu. We hadn't I think
You
we
had
were
a
still
shopping
in
list
the
and-
midst.
Yes,
No, we
that's
were
true.
still in the midst of designing the house, but we just bought a bunch of furniture
Yeah.
that we liked.
Oh, okay.
But I think in hindsight, because the furniture that we bought is quite neutral, so it ended up gelling quite well in our house. I think the only concern that we had was the dimensions.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but I think by that time we had already gotten the house itself, so we just made sure on site it could fit.
Yup.
But at the point of time we were still refining the design details
Yeah,
and
I think the table was the factor that we pushed this wall in.
yeah, because the table,
Correct. Yeah.
if not, I think if the
If it's a
feature
solid
had
wall
been
there,
here,
Because
yeah,
we bought the table first before we designed.
yeah.
So it was like Jen was like, "Hey, got sale."
No, because he's been eyeing this table for very long.
Oh,
I
okay,
just
okay,
came
okay.
for
And then
it.
it was on sale. I was like, okay, let's just buy it. And then
Yeah.
we like solve the problem later.
Yeah. But like you say, lucky that it's like neutral tones can like
Yeah.
match with most of
Yeah.
their palette.
Yeah,
Correct.
And I
correct.
mean, it's not wrong to buy what you like because you already roughly have your kind of style in there.
Yeah.
But there's a
Yeah.
danger in there as well. Lah.
Yeah.
You might end up designing the house around your furniture.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow, then that could go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think
That's-
don't be scared to buy furniture first.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, but that's kind of a dangerous
Yeah,
statement
that's
to
true. Okay, I
make
take it back.
too.
living dangerously. Put yourself
Like
to a
you guys
challenge.
are able to visualize
yeah,
and
that's true.
conceptualize this, but like if someone else who's not in this
Might not,
industry,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
true.
it's
It's true.
really really scary for
Yeah.
That's
to
true.
do that.
Yeah, but I think we can wrap it up here. Thanks a lot for having us in your home.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Thanks
and
again.
it's you guys can follow Jen and Jialun on Instagram. A lot more pictures on Jen's.
Yeah.
You never post anything on right?
Yeah. No.
Go and follow Jen, Jialun for
Yeah.
ID
You can find
designers. Yeah, they're both designers, so you can contact any one of them. It's quite business. But yes, thanks guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Woo.
Thanks,
Coming.
thanks.
Done.
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 Yay!
Yay. Oh, my
Yay.
ear hurts.
Okay, let's go eat.
Oh, I need to
Yes,
pee.
I need to pee.